The reopening of Ontario holds different significance for different people, but what does it mean for organizations who support victims and survivors of gender-based violence, particularly as the demand for supports grows?
We certainly still have some bed closures due to physical distancing requirements, so we're not running at full capacity, but our beds that are available do run at capacity.
Pre-COVID shelters were already operating at capacity. In some cases, people were turned away. Now, during the pandemic, the YWCA Toronto says that due to public health guidelines, there have been fewer beds available for women and children who are fleeing violence.
So the city just doesn't have the ability to cater to all of those needs at the moment because those beds aren't available.
As the country and province prepares for a new normal, these organizations are also hoping to safely lift restrictions.
We are definitely starting to see some opportunities to reopen some of those beds.
In-person supports are vital for people who experience violence at home. So organizations like shelters, as well as the YWCA, are working to increase capacity when it comes to things like shelter beds, as well as in-person programming.
We're getting to reach some of those community members who maybe aren't ready to leave or aren't ready to be in a shelter setting, but still want to be able to have maybe a group support or support from some of our staff.
Though shelter services have continued to operate during the pandemic, fundraising has been a challenge.
We rely heavily on our in-person events.
Recently, the YWCA teamed up with Shoppers Drug Mart for the Love You program in support of shelters that need to address the increased demand caused by COVID-19. That will run until November 5th.
Each dollar they raise really goes to us to be able to provide those supports to women in our shelters.
Nina Gorka also adds that the demand for mental health services has increased significantly and will continue to do so for the next few years. In Toronto, I'm Faiza Amin for City News.